All right, hello. Welcome back to my channel. Today, let's rearrange some things here. My sister called while I was trying to get set up for the video. I had started to do my left hand, and since we were talking, and I don't want to do this in, don't want to dictate over the video. I'd rather talk and explain what I'm doing as I'm doing it. So I went and I prepared my right hand while I was on the phone with her, and now we're ready to get going. I do not know what I'm going to be doing on my right hand, so we're going to be focusing on my left. It's going to be thematically the same, but I'm not going to go crazy with the design. I want to do a Winnie the Pooh inspired Christmas. Wow. That's the second time I've done that. Halloween set. Halloween is in a few days. I hope to get this up ahead of Halloween, but it may actually post after. I want to turn Winnie into a vampire. So we will see how that turns out. If I'm still alive at the end of this video, I have not killed myself. So he's a little larger for the nail than I want him to be. I want to be able to put in a billowing cape. Maybe. We'll see. I'm going to tackle him last, because if I do him first and it takes me forever, then I'm going to lose my proverbial shit. So I'm going to give him some fangs. I'm going to give him his billowing cape. Maybe we'll see. The bumblebees are going to be Bumblebats. If that term doesn't exist, I am coining it now. The honey is going to be blood. I'm going to maybe put in a honey pot that's filled with blood. Yeah, it's going to be, he's not going to be so sweet at the end of it. But let's get into it. As I said, I'm going to leave that for last. This is supposed to be gingham, but I'm not sure if I really want to do the gingham. We will cross that bridge when we come to it. I feel like he should be on the middle finger, but I feel like I'm probably going to need more space to do him properly. But I think he needs to be on the middle. So I'm going to set this out of the way. We'll probably need to move it so I could see what I'm doing later, but we're going to start with maybe the pointer finger. And for the pointer finger, let's grab my black. I want to put in some actual honeycomb hexagon shapes. I'm going to use my black. You will have seen me do this technique before. I did put no wipe top. Sorry, really? I put matte top coat on my nails so that I could paint easier without it running and blurring and causing problems. You want to really saturate your brush, roll it around in it so that you can get a clean line. And I start by doing horizontal lines, evenly spaced. I did this on one of my clients, and it came out really well. So you want to start with those horizontal lines. I'm not going to have it go down the entire nail. And then you go in between. Once you get those set, you want to go at a diagonal and connect the corners. These I did a little bit too far away, but we're going to roll with it. It is storming out. My mom already called me to see if I was home, which of course I am not. Okay, now that you've got those in, you want to connect in the other direction. You can start to see the hexagons come together. I'm going to bring another one, fix that, bring another one down. I need to get the inside of my finger. This is a very awkward position to be in. Much easier to do on someone else. If you can't see at this angle, I apologize. But I am just doing the same thing I've been doing. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cure this. Okay, I did my pinky in the same fashion. I think I am going to do the gingham. I'm going to be using my plaid brush, at least I think I am. We'll see how it comes out. I may swap out for my liner brush. I may have to swap out for a darker color too, because can't see anything. Yeah, not loving the plaid brush, not loving this color. It might work better with the liner brush. So I'm kind of being a little haphazard with this. Instead of curing it in between, I'm just going to go in with the vertical lines. Can't explain why, except for the fact that I think it gives a better finished look to it. Okay, so I'm going to try something a little different. I think it may be a little too busy. So I want to take this buffer and buff out some of the design, make it a little bit uneven. And then I'm going to go over it with a very pale milky white. To dull it even further. Because I do want to put the Bumblebats in, and I don't want it to look crazy. Okay, I think that's better. All right, so let's get rid of some of this dust. The white I'm using, the milky white, is from Tiny. It is 001. I'm just going to go over it with one coat. Okay, jumping over back to the honeycomb nails, I'm going to go and put in some red in the honeycomb. And I'm using Vampire Drunk, which is very apropos, from Après. I'm not going to fill in every one. I'm not even going to do every other one. I'm going to stagger them. On the side note, I'm wearing readers right now. It's really helped my game, especially as I get older. My vision's not the best. I don't know if they're helping or hindering in the long run, making my eyes worse. But it's definitely helping for doing detailed line artwork. I got them on Amazon. I can link them below. But I got them mainly because I do have glasses, regular reading glasses, and they never seem to work the way I need them to. Bifocals versus multifocals. But the screws came loose today. And I was wondering why they kept sliding down my nose until I realized that the arms were all wibbly wobbly. And then I took one of my jewelry pliers that I use for nail art and I managed to tighten the screws. Because I was like, I didn't know what I was going to do because I use them all the time now for, everything. I'm like, I can't see. One of these nails is going to have blood drips on it. I haven't decided which one. Actually, two of them. All right, time to start putting it in the Bumblebats. I think I'm gonna start on gonna start here. I don't want a big bulbous mass of gel on the nail. I am going to go over it. I'm deciding right now. I'm going to make them 3D. So I'm going to paint it on the nail first and then go over it with Embo gel. I'm going to do the same thing with the blood drips. This is gonna be a trust the process. Okay, so we're gonna do the stripes on the beads, and then we're going to do the wings. Or I should say the bats. The Bumblebats. Okay, so the wings go up in an arc and come back down. And then underneath, you've just got some U's. We're going to fill that in so that we can actually see it. Okay, so I'm going to take my little liner brush, my 7mm, make sure it's clean, and then I'm going to take my crazy top. I've gone and matte top coated over all my nails, by the way. I'm going to take my crazy top and create some drops over the Bumblebats. To make their bodies 3D. And then I'll probably glossy top coat over the rest of them. Okay. Let's give it a flash. Oh, I'm like, where did it go? So Crazy Top is basically just a thick top coat, kind of the consistency of what a builder gel would be, but it's great for encapsulation and for doing 3D artwork. Like so. And it's a no wipe top coat, so you don't have to cleanse it or do anything afterwards. Okay, now our no wipe top coat. I'm going to go over some areas of the honeycomb and then the wings of the Bumblebat. Okay, so this is what we have so far. These nails are finished. I'm going to go in and put in the blood drips over the gingham. I don't think it really looks like gingham at this point. Actually, I was going to do the honey pot. No, I'll have Pooh holding the honey pot. So I'm going to do the blood drips the same way that I did the honeycomb. I'm going to do it 2D. And then I'm going to make it 3D with the embossing gel. So actually I should use the dotting tool to mark out where I want the bottom of the blood drips. So basically we're just connecting the dots. We're elongating them into tear shapes. I'm rushing now because it's late and I keep getting text messages from my sister and my mom wondering if I'm home yet. Because you know, it's not like I'm an adult or anything. I mean, I understand they worry. They don't want me here late by myself, but I am fine. Okay, so I'm doing the same thing as before, except I'm dragging a tail upwards, just like so. Make sure you just drag the tip of the brush and don't flatten it out. I messed that one up a bit. See if I can get in there with a smaller brush to clean it up. Okay. And then I think I'm just going to take the regular top coat. That is matte top coat. That is not regular top coat. Let's try that again. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, so 4 nails finished. Not really sure how to go about doing Winnie. Let's see if we can figure this out, shall we? I have a reference in front of me, which I'm trying to blow up. Come on. Keeps moving up the page as I blow it up. Okay, so I've got black shadow gel from Nails by Dev on my palette. I'm going to go ahead and saturate my brush and attempt to draw the outline, not too large. And at this point, I don't think I'm going to get the cape in. I sometimes feel when I'm rushing to do a design and I'm not really thinking too heavily about it, it comes out the best. So we'll see if that holds true today. Okay, I think that's pretty good so far. I'm going to cure it so that I don't mess it up, and then I'm going to add in some more details. I'm going to add in the color first before I go in and darken the lines and put in the blood. This is the pot down here, the honey pot, or the blood pot, as it is. Actually, I need to add in his upper cheek. I think that may be too high up. I'm going to cure this first, and then I'm going to add in more stuff. Okay, going to start filling in with some yellow. I'm going to be mixing in some orange also. Kind of being a little painterly with it, not really being too strict with the colors. I did contemplate doing this in watercolor. Where's this arm? But I really wanted some really okay, so I don't know when I paused. I thought I had hit play and I didn't. So I went in with some shadows, went in with some darker oranges and yellows, kind of just dotting it in and blending it out, which I'm going to keep doing. Okay, so this is my finished left hand. I am going to quickly do something on my right hand. I'm thinking a black French with just maybe some of the 3D Bumblebats. So I'm going to do that and I will come back to wrap it up in the end. Okay, we've got the finished manicure. We've got Winnie the Pooh. He does not have his fangs. I didn't think I had room to put it in, so I did not put them in. I may add them in on Tuesday when I'm back here. I really need to go home. But let me know what you think. I really love the way they turned out, and I can't believe how quickly I got done with it in just under 3 hours with the design itself. But that's going to do it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you always know when new videos are available. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.